So I'm kind of curious to hear you talk a little bit about the directing of this as opposed to writer director, which you've done a bunch of times. What about this? You were like, I want to direct this, and I'm kind of stepping outside of my writing directing dual role.
Well, writing is hard, and I try to avoid hard things.
Perfect.
Um, I'll write if I have to, but if someone wants to just give me a great script, that sounds better. Um, yeah, but the challenge then becomes how do I become the expert on the material? How does the material like get seeped into my bones that so I am justified as the person everyone's asking the questions to? So that's kind of like a sprint to reach the point where you're the authority on the material, and that's the main challenge. But I was just drawn to this particular story because I wanted to do something a little lighter after my last film, which was really sad and heavy.
Mm.
But I wanted to do something that still felt substantial, and so this was a script that felt like in a lot of ways a classic romantic comedy, but definitely still throws a few curveballs at you and feels more grounded and real. So it just kind of checked all the right boxes.
What are, in your opinion, some of the best romantic comedies now or recently or historically that you think really like hold up the genre and inspire you?
Well, I mean, When Harry Met Sally is inarguable, and Notting Hill, I think, is up there. And then I was particularly inspired for this movie by Broadcast News and My Best Friend's Wedding, because those are both love triangles. And then, I think The Apartment is a classic. And so I was kind of chasing what they were able, like Cameron Crowe's movies, Say Anything and Jerry Maguire, which are romantic comedy adjacent. I just like those movies that feel like they are genuinely romantic, genuinely funny, but have a lot of other things going on as well.
Yeah, and you mentioned The Apartment, and I always think about how there's kind of a moral center to that movie, and this movie has to do a little bit with morality. I'm curious on the opposite side of being inspired by movies, what in your life or what in life do you have in your experience inspired, some of your takes or your practice in your process with this cast?
Well, I got the script about 6 or 8 months maybe after I became a father. So I've just, felt very emotionally connected to all of the fears and doubts and excitements that the characters are going through. And like each individual character is feeling something different about it, but I felt all those things, about becoming a dad. So that was definitely like the main thing in my personal life that I was bringing into it. Uh,
Yeah.
but and also as I get older, and I have kids, and we were living through the pandemic. I think I did sort of have a little shift in what kind of movies I wanted to watch, and they moved a little lighter, they moved a little breezier. I used to be a hardcore art house. Give me like the 3 hour Romanian sheep herd, eat it up, and I'm just not in that place anymore. So. I think the sensibilities that I have as a viewer was also dictating the approach to the making of this one.
Well, I have to wrap, but thank you so much for your time, Chad, and great work. Really
No
appreciate
disrespect to the 3 hour Romanian sheep herder.
it. No, I think we're all ready for something lighter. Thank you so much.
Thanks.